Hi everyone. Now let's talk about what is available in Python. If you observe any programming language, the first and primary concept is variable declaration. So different programming languages can have different types of declarations. But when it comes to Python, we will have different types of declarations. Now let's see here. So first we need to understand what is a variable here. It's similar to each and every programming language in the theoretical, but when it comes to declaration and practical, then it will be different here. So now variable is a temporary space to hold a value for assigned name. So whatever you are giving a value, right? So that if you are giving, so whatever the value you are going to assign that name. So that means it has some temporary space to hold a value till the instance. When you close the instance, then it will release from the memory. That means it's a temporary memory space, or it's a temporary space for a variable. So that means if you are declaring a equal to 10, then here 10 is a value, then we are storing this 10 value into a variable. This variable a can have some temporary memory space to hold this 10 value. When you call a, then it will return from the memory. Okay, so and there is no need to declare data type name explicitly. If we observe Java, like another programming like C++, if you want to assign a value a, then int of, okay, integer, if you want to take integer, then equal to 100. So that means you need to pass a value along with the data type. So that means you explicitly require data type name in other programming language, but in Python we don't need to declare explicitly in Python programming language, because Python interpreter will take automatically whatever the value you are giving, then it will understand and it will return and it will store the data type. That is dynamically typed language. That's the beauty of Python. Okay, so that means it's a dynamically typed language, which means that all the decisions are taken during the runtime. That means if you go, like if you are creating 10 lines of code, for example, then in Java you need to write 10 lines, then you need to execute. But when you have any error in the second line, then after the execution only you are able to find out. But here in Python, each line, the first line, whether you are going in a right way or not, second line whether you are going in a right way or not, so it will throw automatically, and it will give some one message also. That means we can immediately identify when you are typing. Okay, if you follow some syntax with Python, then you can able to understand the first line. If you are going with some wrong way of direction, then it will immediately identify with the symbols. So that is the beauty of Python here, and decisions are taken automatically during the runtime. And Python variables won't work in the same way as the variables in other language. As we discussed, whatever the variables we are storing in other languages, but same thing will not work in Python programming language. It's different. Now we don't need to create variables. We just bind a variable to a value using the assignment operator. Now just we are assigning any name, like that you can say name equal to, okay. Then you can give any value like India, okay. Whatever the value you can specify. So India I'm just taking. So that is the string. This is the bind name. Okay, this is the bind name of the variable or bind name, you can say. Then equal to, that is called assignment operator. We'll see this in assignment operator classes. Okay, but in the single equal to you can call it as assignment. In Python, if you are observing double equal to, that is called comparison operators. For comparing the value, we can use two equal symbols. For assignment, you can able to use only one symbol. So that means a equal to 10, this is assigning. Then a equal to 10, then b equal to 20, then a equal to b. That means here this is called comparison. So we'll see in operator classes about this. But what we need to understand, variables which we don't need to require data type name explicitly when you are assigning the value. Okay. So that is the beauty of Python here. And we have, going forward in advanced level, we have different types of variables we have. Okay. Those are, you can see, we have two types of variables, then global variables and local variables. So global variables which we can declare a variable that will be used for entire program. If you have 200 lines of code, then you can use same variable constant value for 250 lines of code. But local variable means wherever you want to use that variable specifically, you can use that variable. That is called local variable. That means, so just understand what is variable now in this class. In the next class you can understand about what is global variable value and what is local variable value with a proper examples with a diagrammatic explanation. Okay, so thank you very much. See you in the next class.